Welcome back to Ferris Sports Update. Time to talk about our yearly athletics in review. And joining us here today is longtime broadcaster Sandy Gholston to talk here about some of the highlights of Ferris State athletics this past year. And Sandy, welcome to the show.
Yeah, thank you for having me. It's been quite a year, to say the least. It feels like as we come to the end, it's just so many great memories, so many great things to talk about.
Obviously, a few weeks left here in terms of the spring sports, but let's go back to the fall season. And it seems like the fall season each and every year keeps getting better and better, kind of highlighted by that Ferris State Football National Championship this past fall.
Yeah, obviously that stands out. And you know, when you think of the fall, you think of so much excitement. Being back on campus, students coming back to campus, students moving in, things like Founders Day, a lot of great events to kick off the academic year, Bulldog beginnings. And a big part of that, we've had an opportunity several years is to have Bulldog football kick off that season. And when you think of kicking off a national championship season, you don't know it at the time, but as it ends up, it was just a great start to the season, playing that season opener at home under the lights on a warm Thursday night. And then, boy, if only we knew how it was going to end. Obviously,
the last 2 years have ended the same way, and for us as broadcasters, getting a chance to call that national championship game again for the second time on the football side, third time overall. What was that like this past fall?
Yeah, it's incredible. I mean, you know, when you first get into broadcasting, probably before you first get into broadcasting, you dream about what it would be like to call a national championship game if you're looking at broadcasting in college. And you and I have had a chance to call 4, including 3 in football. And so never something that you're going to take for granted. And just a special feeling to be able to travel with the team and to be able to get down there in Texas and to immerse yourself in that great atmosphere that surrounds the Division II National Championship.
Obviously a great season again for head coach Tony Anise and the Bulldogs. And that kind of capped off what was an outstanding fall season overall. Bulldog volleyball winning a GLIAC championship, and they continued a strong tradition of success under head coach Tia Branda-Wilhelm.
Yeah, you talk about one of the steadiest programs that we've had, and it's probably been volleyball. And you know, they just continue to play at a high level, and Coach Branda-Wilhelm has just done a great job with that program. And so certainly one of the consistent factors in the fall has been volleyball, and its success is they get ready to move into a new arena, which is going to be exciting for them. And boy, what a way to close out the old arena and then transition arena, playing in Wink Arena, and then move into a new arena. But one thing is remaining the same, is that consistency that's really been a part of their program.
Obviously Bulldog football, Bulldog volleyball,
yes.
Kind of two of those programs that really kind of stand out in terms of big fall sports. And to see the Bulldogs have that success maybe nationally, what does that mean for the university?
It's been huge. I mean, when you think of the exposure that we've been able to get, particularly from football, and so many national media with their eyes focused really on what's going on with football. We talked about volleyball and the consistent success that we've had there. Let's not forget women's soccer, which a tremendous season. We had a lot of Bulldogs, or at least Bulldogs that could make it, that went out to Seattle to be able to cheer on the Bulldogs. And great run by the Bulldogs, and you just had to feel so great for Coach Henson and the ladies to be able to win that regional championship.
Obviously, they reached the Final Four in Division II soccer. Ferris State, the only school in the country that had all 3 of those fall teams, volleyball, soccer, football, reach the regional finals or beyond.
Yeah, it's incredible, the amount of success that we were able to have, and just so close in volleyball, but just a great season. 2 regional championships, and just right there within a whisper of a third.
Obviously, moving into the winter season, the Bulldogs again have had some outstanding success here in recent years, especially on the basketball side with men's and women's basketball. Bulldog hockey, a much improved team here this past season.
Yeah, it was really exciting to see Bulldog hockey continue to make strides to get better and to improve and stabilizing that program, and now starting to take off a little bit. Fans are getting re-energized and excited about Bulldog hockey, of course. And I had a chance to do a few games on the radio with Bulldog hockey, which is a great honor, a great amount of fun to be able to do that. And of course, you and I, so many games on the hardwood just across the concourse, and just another great season, of course, for Coach Bronkema and the men's basketball program. Just really excited about what they've been able to do. And Coach Curtin, they had some injury issues that really kind of hurt them throughout the season, but they seem poised for a really bright future, and it was really exciting to watch the young players grow in that program.
You mentioned young players, all 3 of those teams, a lot of players coming back
yes.
here this coming year. I think the 2 basketball teams, nearly everyone back on those 2 teams.
Yeah, you think of Coach Daniels with hockey, and Coach Westendorp with women's basketball, Coach Bronkema with men's basketball, building it the right way, solidifying it with good, solid freshman recruiting classes, and you pick your spots with transfers. But the main thing we've seen is really solidifying their programs around a tradition of excellence.
Obviously, moving into the spring season, we're still into the spring season, a few
yeah.
more weeks remaining, and we hope it extends, but already. Men's tennis this past weekend, winning the GLIAC regular season championship. Men's golf reaching the GLIAC semifinals here for the 4th year in a row.
Yeah, it didn't feel like spring so much coming into the studio here today, but it is indeed spring, and you mentioned some great success that we've had already. Women's tennis competing well, men's tennis winning GLIAC championship, softball again showing strides, first-year coach, and continuing to make improvements there. Track and field, doing some good things in track and field as well. So really exciting time as these teams start to roll toward championship times. GLIAC already there, of course, maybe looking ahead to NCAA, but certainly some of our other spring teams looking toward GLIAC tournament time, GLIAC championship time.
Obviously exciting times overall for Ferris State Athletics, and maybe none bigger than the opening of the new Center for Athletic Performance in Bulldog Arena here over the course of the past year.
Yeah, that's awesome. I mean, when you think of the age of that facility and to really have that level of enhancement to give our student athletes a weight room that they can really be proud of, that our coaches can recruit to, is really outstanding. And then to give volleyball an opportunity to play in a championship facility that's their facility, that's going to be the envy of a lot of programs around the nation. It's really an exciting time, great commitment on the part of the university, great donor commitments as well, all pulled toward making things successful, making things better in Bulldog Athletics for our student athletes.
Obviously, when you look at the support from the university, it starts at the top. President Dr. Bill Pink, his first year here, and already has shown he's a big Bulldog fan and supporter.
President Pink's a huge Bulldog fan. We've seen him posting up even after he had the surgery. He was right there, had a great spot for men's and women's basketball games. He was out in Seattle with soccer, certainly supporting football all throughout the year, supporting all of our teams. He was out there for the softball game with the breast cancer and cancer awareness, and so he has really just been immersing himself in Bulldog Athletics culture and Bulldog culture in general. So it's been great to have Dr. Pink be so involved.
Obviously, almost a couple years into the tenure of athletic director Steve Brocklebank as well, and another guy that has really helped take this program and help elevate it even further after what Perk Weisenberger did here at Ferris State.
Yeah, Perk did such a great job, laid a great foundation for Steve, and Steve has really come in, and he's come in hungry, he's come in excited and ready to go, and he's kind of taken that baton and kind of carrying it forward. And so we've been blessed to have Steve come in, and how exciting was it for him to come in, and he comes in right for our Grand Valley game, and he just kind of hits that stride, and he's really just done some great things to really help take this program even another step forward.
Well, Sandy, great to have you here as always, and thanks for your support of Ferris State Athletics, and looking forward to some more big accomplishment here in the years ahead for the Bulldogs.
Absolutely, and thank you for all that you do, not only with the sports update, but with Ferris Athletics in general, and great to be a part of it, and great to be a partner with you.
We'll be back with more Ferris Sports Update right after this.